Yo.
It's froze.
We are here. It is Savage Thursdays. The gang's getting connected. Brad has been shy for so long and off camera that his XSplit just froze. But it looks like it's getting its shit together there. How you guys doing this week?
Ooh, what are you drinking tonight, Mike?
Bushmills.
I'm sorry?
Bushmills?
I have no idea what that is.
Irish whiskey? Come on.
Ah, okay.
Plurally, but you know.
Oh God, he's gonna pull a fucking Ike on us, man.
Fall asleep on camera or what?
He'll make it to break time and it'll be the end of the. So what do you guys remember from last
I got a coffee
week?
right here.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so you're having Irish coffee is what you're.
Well, yeah,
but not Jameson.
Disassembled, yeah. No, well, Bushmill. Come on, I like Bushmills better than Jameson anyway.
I'm not a big Jameson fan. Actually,
yeah,
I don't
me neither.
really drink anymore. So not since they legalized. Anyway,
Brad.
moving right along.
Yeah, I hear that.
Vino, you got cuter, man. You finally got some cuteness to you, Vino.
Play the entire way that way, Benno.
No longer does he look like Tommy Chong's love child for flipping me the bird. Welcome everybody. Wicked, are you off cam tonight? Did your shit? Oh, motherfucker! Oh.
Hey, Gorgio.
The ingorgeous one has arrived. Oh, fuck.
Also known as the Dick in Chat.
Get ready to roll disadvantage.
He's not.
Got the mustache for Engorgio.
He's not that.
I'll give you a big bone.
I'm sorry. Well, before I so rudely interrupted you,
Wicked. Fucking weapon.
There's Albert stash. Good on you, Brad.
And note the Soviet Navy in the background.
Is that the Soviet Navy? I believe Iran did have an aircraft carrier that they launched here a few years back, and basically it was like this almost like cardboard thing that it was pretty sad. I don't know. I can't remember the story, so we'll move along. Welcome everybody. It's Savage Thursdays, and we're running a game from. It's a conversion, kind of a conversion on the fly. So, I've done a lot of preliminary legwork, but it's still a game that was written in 1984, called Lords of Creation. And we're doing the first of 3 modules that came out, and this one's called the Horn of Roland. These guys are halfway through it, maybe.
Still the first module? Shoot.
Yeah, I don't expect you all to play the same characters through all the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's
because
Savage Worlds.
It's Savage Worlds.
And it's Marv.
Not only that, I need to, hey, now listen, I'm a pretty good GM. I give people a lot of chances, I think. But this game was developed in the Gary Gygax days, where I don't know if you guys ever played any of the old A and B stuff. Yeah, stuff that came out of. The little adventures that came out of Dragon Magazine back in the day. I know Ron did because he would pull them. But no, they're fucking.
Back and played them.
They're deadly. It's
they're
like
deadly,
it's like
like playing a traveler game.
Yeah, Gary Gygax has we've got piercers that hang from caverns today in 5e D&D. And a piercer, if it doesn't fall on you, it does nothing. So if you see them, they don't surprise you. It's pitiful. We had a fight Thursday or Tuesday night in Drake's game with him, and Gary Gygax would be like, "Oh no, give me a dexterity saving throw or die." There was no damage, points. It just this particular trap, this spike falls from the ceiling and make a dexterity saving throw or die.
Yeah, wandering death.
Yes. And gaming back in that day was different, and this game is very much that way. And I think I reminded you or told you guys about one of the things I did not allow the boss to do last week. It was very similar to that. But over the week I thought about it, and I thought, no, I'm going to run it because these characters are, of course, I don't know how fucking HG Willikers lived as long as he did, but that can happen too. It is
Sheer
Savage
fucking
Worlds.
luck.
It's sheer luck, and it's Savage Worlds, and dice are. It's yeah.
You get dice going the right way. Carl had a character he was trying to kill, and he would not die.
Let's see.
Massive, consistent attacks are the best defense.
It's true. If your enemy's a crater, they don't kill you.
It's hard for them to stab you when they've been burning for 3 rounds. Get out there.
What a character. He'd be one of him and Jeb both, even though they killed each other a couple of times. Those two will be a couple of my favorite characters of all time now. Anyway, so this game is about to get, I think that's part of it. So I'm, where it says make a luck roll or die, I think I'm going to leave some of that shit in there. Probably most of it from here on out.
Makes the game exciting, for sure.
Yes.
But it's a whole lot more deadly than even, certainly, 5e, Pathfinder, Starfinder, they're made to. But anyway, there's plenty of opportunity to roll up new characters with new personalities and new roles to play, and new weirdness, and 3 more, modules after this one. So.
And we're in this time travel vortex. You can be.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's
a lot of opportunities.
That's what.
Weird 14th century Frenchman.
I totally play a harrowed Peggy.
Well, what do you mean, weird 14th century Frenchman?
Oh, that's my backup character idea.
You just take over Cyrano here.
Now, do you think you should play Cyrano?
Well, he's.
No, then they would be rivals.
That's true.
What's my view of things?
That's true. Well, you guys,
they might be familiar with each other.
What the hell is that? Banshee? Was that Banshee? Banshee against a party.
Yeah, the first edition was just a AoE death save.
Yeah.
Around it. Killed half the party. 3 out of 5 of the members died instantly.
Ouch.
These were grade school children I was playing with. It was like 5th, 6th grade. They got upset.
They got upset.
They got upset.
Of course, then I let my buddy Roy DM, and I ended up stabbing him in the leg with a pencil. Didn't go well.
Oh.
Okay.
I stabbed my cousin Mike in the leg, or in the he stabbed me. He poked me in the arm.
In the eye.
He went up and he went to it was in 7th grade, so I'm racking my brain to remember this now, but he went and sharpened his pencil, and he's walking back to this. I'd forgotten all about this. And he pokes me. He pokes me, with this sharp pencil. And I'm like, okay, dickhead. So I get up and I go sharpen my pencil. Well, I had to. He sat behind me, so I had to walk down the row next to ours and go around behind. He knew I was coming up on him, and I went to do this, and he jerked at the same time, and I sunk about that much fucking pencil in his back.
Oh shit.
And we both. I got in big time trouble.
Bleed?
Well, I got in big time trouble for it, and
worth it.
Not really. Because he just barely
He never did it again, I bet.
I don't want to be known as the kid that'll stab the other students with a fucking pencil.
I don't mess with you ever again.
Yeah.
No, pretty sure that was Fred Banya, right?
That was Fred Banya. That's right. Okay.
I thought Fred Banya was all about peace, love, and such.
Fred has mood swings.
Gouging eyeballs out, yeah.
Fred's bipolar.
I think Fred is more into the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
He definitely was. He was that, man. He was, but, rest in peace, brother Fred. Well, occasionally.
Spoiler alert.
I think I see him occasionally, but.
That's a lie. He's not dead.
I'll be out in public someplace, and I will think, oh, man, is that Fred Banya? No, I want him.
So back to where we were all about to kill ourselves here.
You're all about to kill yourselves in this. You'd been going up in this tower, and you open this door, and all of a sudden, boom! You're in this.
TPK.
You're in this fucking jungle, right? And you're like back outside, and some shit started happening, and then everything kind of calmed down. Got a couple of you guys fighting each other, and you guys are, right in the middle of, we're right in the middle of this encounter, this combat encounter, and your other NPCs are, everybody that was attacking you is down, dead. Um, However, you've kind of started turning on each other, right? Uh, and kill 3 party member.
Yeah, I had started talking the other one when you asked.
That what? Was that wicked? You started what?
I was supposed to delete it, and I think apparently put on the cap lock instead.
Oh, you were
So
going
is
to
that two
type
different
what you said.
messages?
Gotcha. But you guys were, in the middle of all this, and then you start turning on each other, and boom, there's a big bright flash of light, right? Just, and you guys find yourself in a room in a tower, and there's a window open, like right over here, like a not a window, like a like somebody's opened like a magic portal, right? Because on the other side of it, you can see like rocky coastline, and you see this image that's kind of like back the movie Predator, when his camouflage in the trees for just a moment, and then it flashes. Yeah, you want to offer promotion.
Oh,
Somebody
we
take
don't
care.
know that yet.
Somebody take
Because
care of Puzzle Awakening,
Yeah, I got
dickhead
it.
over there.
There you
Got
go.
it.
But we don't know about Predator because it came out the year after we're currently playing.
That's right. But I mean, I'm just describing to the players what you see, and then that kind of ripples, and you see this beautiful woman look at you, and she's kind of wearing a very chic, uh, transparent like robe, right? Beautiful, and
Somebody comes through.
she got a set of wings, and she smiles and just dives off this window right here, and takes off that way.
All right, where was this woman at? Where did she come from? I kind of missed that part. I was doing the banning.
She was standing over there when we came back to this room.
Oh, okay. And she saw us and said, "Okay, I'm jumping through the portal. Fuck these guys."
Well,
she was a woman. Or
Yeah.
did she have wings?
Well, that's her right there. See her?
Because it looks like that little siren has wings.
Yeah.
I think it was all an illusion.
And as this happens,
Although there's a carbon monoxide leak, yeah.
Cyrano and Huff, who are locked in combat, you kind of snap out of it, and you're looking at each other like right mid-swing,
Like,
already sponsored by Snout
Why are
Paste.
we fighting? Snout Paste.
Well,
And poof, she flies off and disappears in the kind of portable window that she threw up here and dove out of, or whatever, portable hole or whatever. It goes and seals shut, and you see the inside of the tower. What you see around you here,
Cages, I would assume.
let's see here. Last room of the bone tower contains its owner, a siren. She's evil. Says the siren is evil. She has reached an agreement. Blah, 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 the siren is a collector. You do see.
She looks for things to make her go.
There's your siren. There's your siren, boys. I wouldn't want to ruin that. Wouldn't want to take that away from you. But I'm gonna take her out of the combat tracker. And
I think she uses like duct tape to hold that all on.
I'm pretty sure those are naturally grown feathers. That
Yeah.
appear
That's
precisely where she
responsible for the bone tower.
You know what? That's gonna garner you an extra adventure card tonight, Wicked. Actually, no. I think tonight you'd probably benefit better from. Well, no. I'll let you draw an extra. I'll give you your choice. Benny or extra adventure card.
Let's see what I have. I'm gonna go with the Master Adventure card.
I figured. All right, we'll get to that shortly.
Great ones.
Like real shortly. Let's see. There was an issue, and I'm gonna, I've got to come clean here. That I did not read until after the game.
Uh-oh.
If a character
Bad
saw
Mark.
the vision,
Retcon.
if a character saw the vision, no, it just didn't happen this way. If a character saw the vision of the two dudes that were fighting like in the air, the two giants, like blah blah blah,
Wait, who saw that?
I can't remember who saw it.
Somebody saw it. I remember.
It was like a Coliseum kind of view.
Did Brad?
I think I saw it.
It's when you guys all went into the
Different colored lights.
different colored lights and
Oh.
Oh, it's a while back, yeah.
then
I
they
saw
would
that
have been
one.
immune to all the powers of this particular siren. But too fucking bad. So, I thought it was a good encounter because you guys were just
it balances
confused
out
as hell.
You taking out the scary power.
Yeah.
You gave him a new scary power.
Yeah, so it worked out well. You guys see, aside from
So wait, who was it that saw that vision of the
I
two
did.
giants?
You not hear me?
what?
Yeah, okay.
Who's,
I heard you that time. Too,
I heard you
so-
that time, but what'd you say?
I saw that.
Okay, it was Fish that saw the two giants fighting up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
The siren has the powers of fascination, which was the charm, the really high-level charm she had on a couple of you guys, which is so cool that there's no concentration, and you can be really fucking powerful in magic in this game. Enchanted Sleep, which somebody fell asleep, I think. She had the power of persuasion. Sensual Chaos, Peggy.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that, I think. Let's see.
Peggy certainly
Yeah,
did.
she was over here. She was over here changing her.
Is that actually a power?
Yes, it is. She had the power of True Sight, Mind Block, and in addition, she has a Song of Insanity, which causes victims to become suicidal, and that's the one that I took away. So, she also has room contains 10 cages hanging from the ceiling that hold insane captives. I'm talking drooling on themselves. Some of them are
Like,
masturbating like monkeys.
Yeah, I've
so
heard
like-
something like this
That'd be
before.
that central chaos again.
It was in a facility in the Siberia.
I don't know. I guess a GM could play it that way, Brad. I don't think I've ever read anything that way, but it could be.
I think some of the, I think maybe the Deadlands Arcane background said that.
I could.
Some
I
of
could,
them somewhere do
I
something.
could see that. I could see that being yeah. But shit, guys, she had freaking
But shit.
D8s, 10s, and 12s and everything. She was freaking powerful, and she's still out there. Because you failed in killing the siren, but
Quick, while she's flying away, everybody shoot her with your AK-47s.
yeah, no, window's
Yeah,
gone.
that's
Remember, window disappeared. So unfortunately, you can't shoot her with AK-47s at this time, at this moment in
We will someday.
in this alternate timeline. Let's see. She's a collector.
She looks for things.
Wrong
Things to make her
image.
go.
Let's see. There you go. This is
Hey.
one of the cases that you see.
Hey, Marb, would
Yeah.
you call her a hoarder?
A hoarder of people. The sheet fucking yes, Venom. Thank you.
Making a lot of weird sounds there, Marb.
I would call her a hoarder. But what do you think it is that she hoards other than people she's driven insane and teases in these cages?
Horns.
Horns. Would you gather horns from this picture?
Does that one
These
have
all look
horns
like-
instead of eyes?
I was going to say trophies.
That one?
Yes.
I'm not sure what's.
It's
Yeah,
a bug camel.
because it's an insect. These are the eyes.
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
It's a camel insect thing. It's a
it's
fly-eyed
Sarge.
camel.
Okay. I was imagining those were the big ears, and these were where the eyes should be, with the big ears.
Yeah, exactly.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, and by the way, Billman, dude, you may be quite old these days, but good job. Nice. He did most of the art in here, a lot of it. I think there's 2 artists.
Was the whole book like in grayscale? Because all the stuff
Yeah.
has been
Oh, yeah.
black and white.
Yep, yeah, it was all in grayscale. So
Back in my day before we invented color.
yeah, in Technicolor.
Right before Dorothy's house landed.
I'm gonna. That's like riding a roller coaster 3 times in a row, man. My
Do you need to go empty your bladder?
Naturally,
no, it's
Drake and Jingo now.
it gets my heart racing. Wow. Thank you, fellas, all of you, very much. So, that's
We're keeping your cardiologist in business.
you are. I'm gonna stop the sharing of that. Close it. Actually, we really don't need the map open anymore, but I'm gonna check. Where's my disc? Yeah, we don't have it open. Good, because there was nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Let's see here. The captives are all helplessly insane. They will neither help nor attack the characters.
So that's good.
That's what we call the Swiss.
There's no way to help them.
I don't know. I mean, that just basically says what they were doing during combat. But do you try to get up to one of these cages suspended from the ceiling here and?
Which one?
Hello, is anybody or with us?
Hey, Donnie, maybe
Anybody
you could
not
ask
mad?
them about the snacks and the McRibs and that one bacons them up.
Are these windows? Is there 10 windows here?
No. Those are collection cases.
Oh.
Let's look around and see if we find anything in these cases.
We'll say that this one has a big number 1 on it, and that one a number 2,
No.
and this one a number 3.
Okay,
And so on.
cool.
Wonder how
Donnie's
much-
gonna go over here and make faces at the people inside the cages and taunt them.
Would you like a
Of
notice
course
to look-
you would.
I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what
Actually,
might
because
be considered the horn that we're looking for.
because this encounter hasn't ended yet, I'm not going to reset. I mean, we're still in this encounter, so. Okay, so who's going to look around and do what? Somebody said something?
Yeah.
I'm going to play a card.
Might as well, because
Find
you know
all
you're
the evidence within a current scene.
Gotcha.
Those boxes.
Do you guys remember why you even came in here?
The horn of
The
Roland.
horn of Roland.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Suspiciously well timed that we found this tower when we needed it.
All right,
Dutch guy.
so I'm going to move through this quickly.
Get the
Peggy
wild
walks
hunt
up
off of it.
there. Cyrano walks up there. And you guys each kind of walk to one of these cases.
Oh, okay, those are cases.
Yep. These
He
are
did say that.
trophy cases
Gotcha.
where she keeps her collection of trophies. So you guys are like, wow, what's all this stuff? And you saw, let's see. Peggy, you see a case filled with horned Viking helmets.
Are the horns or the helmets themselves shiny?
Can she see any way to open these cases?
Some of them are probably bronze, and some of them are leather with, These cases look like you can slide the glass doors open. Yeah.
Like just display cases.
Yeah.
No obvious locks or anything.
Not that you see. Peggy, you gonna do anything?
Can I look for any signs of traps or anything first?
You can. So give me a
What would that
thievery.
be?
You know what?
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
good enough. Good enough.
Okay.
That's good. It doesn't look trapped. It looks like a simple sliding glass display
Alright,
case.
she could use a nice horny helmet.
I'm
All right.
surprised she's just not like putting them all in her purse.
There would
She
be,
gotta save room for the good stuff.
there's like 6 or 7. So
another-
anybody who would want a horned Viking helmet is more than
There's a
welcome.
lot more
Take one.
of the.
I'm taking one of those.
Each one of them weighs about 3 pounds, 4 pounds. They're not light. Although we're not really being hard ass
Yeah, on
about
encumbrance.
but there is a.
I'm gonna wear it.
Are you really? Huff. You found the large case filled with the stuffed heads of various horned animals. Rhinos,
the one
elephants,
you showed the
bisons.
picture of?
Yeah, the one I showed the picture of.
You
I'm gonna move you guys around here.
I think there's a theme here. I think the siren may have been horny.
Yeah, and now once Peggy, you can move over. There's 3 more cases over here that somebody's gonna have to go check out. So Huff, that's what you find are these like taxidermied freaking Gunther, you walk up, you see a case holding a cornucopia. It's 20 foot long, and it's filled with what looks like food and drink. There's like wine bottles sticking out of it, and there's bunches of grapes and there's apples in here and pomegranates and.
Are the wine bottles labeled at all?
Yeah.
Are we still in need of food?
I
think
think I
so.
found some snacks.
Oh,
Are
good.
these,
The
wine
label has
bottles
no
are-
writing on it. It's
Oh,
just like some art.
Just a simple.
It's like an old sitcom where it just says the word wine.
Yeah, it's like $3 Chuck from Trader Joe's.
Oh, so not that.
There's some snacks here after our victory party.
You open the case.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a fruit and toss it to the nearest crazy guy in a cage.
See what happens.
Exactly.
He tries to snatch it, and but no way. And it just falls to the ground. But give me a nose roll. So you reach down and you pick up a pomegranate. You throw it at him, and you turn around and you look down and you're like, well, that wasn't there. And it's a pineapple.
What?
On the ground or in the case?
No, in the cornucopia.
I'm gonna pull forth the pineapple and look at it.
You pull
Did it replace?
you pull the pineapple out, and there's a bunch of bananas that pop up.
I think that I found some sort of like the printer for the food. We just don't hear the part where it goes bzzz, or bzzz, or bzzz, or...
I don't think 3D printing is a thing.
That was supposed to be a
Even
dot
food.
matrix printer.
Oh, okay. That was actually a fair imitation.
No, that wasn't very good. I can't believe you even remember dot matrix printers, Brad.
I had one of those.
I
You haven't been
love
gone
the
for
noise.
that long.
I love the dot matrix noise. Of course, I'm also a weirdo because I like the old dial-up noise too. I don't remember the dial-up noise being anything like that.
No,
That's a
yeah,
dot matrix printer.
that's a dot matrix printer.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
the
you're
dial-up
right, but
noise
it
was.
didn't sound anything like that.
And then if you heard a click, you're like, fuck! Let's try it again. I'm
I'm
looking.
pulling off all the edges of that paper, perforated edges.
There it is. Let's see. Well, we just got to have something to listen to here. How about a Bargus battle? No, I'm kidding. Lords of Creation. I'll let my sound set load there in Sirenscape. Ooh, Sirenscape. Okay. Gunther. Yeah. So you've got a 20-foot cornucopia that appears to replenish itself.
Well, I will inform everyone about it and look at it some more, what kind of fruits there are. And if there's any that I know someone here likes.
Just hold it up and shake it.
I'm going to toss the pineapple to Sid and say, here you go, Sid, here's a pineapple. Oh no, the plane has nobody flying it.
I was gonna say the plane is headed for the cliff.
Who been those planes?
Yeah, he's got the cockpit background.
And there's nobody there. Nobody in the cockpit.
Why does he always face backwards anyway? He's a stunt
I think
pilot.
I saw him stand up.
Whew, that shot looked good.
Well,
Next one's always better.
I'll wait for Sid then. What is? Oh, he's there. I can hear him. His new wireless mic is breaking up, but he's trying to say something.
Oh right, he's robot Sid.
He can hear us, but he can't reply. Yeah, you can't reply, Benno. We can't hear. We can hear some really weird stuff coming through every now and then. So. Yeah.
That's his impression of the dial-up modem.
Yeah,
It
dial-up
is.
modem that he likes.
That sounds like dial-up modem.
Yes.
But yes, I was in the kitchen getting food.
Yeah.
Fire, he
Well,
was
let
in
me
the
tell you about
bathroom.
your case here. You walk up to this case, right? And it's
I
filled
forgot
with
the
scrimshaw
Oh,
carvings on walrus tusks. Donnie. In front of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a horn in here. It's alabaster. It's got like gold decorations, precious gems on it, and it's got like some Viking runes.
Wait, what's this?
So finally, a drinking vessel worthy.
It's an alabaster. It's an alabaster horn, and it's decorated with gold and precious gems, and it's engraved with there's some like Viking runes on it.
Wait, but like drinking horn or blowing horn?
There may be. Let's see where's an image.
I kept forgetting my milk.
It's okay, now you have milk and pineapple.
Either way, it's gonna look real good mounted up on the inside of Donnie's van.
Might as well just.
Oh yeah, the
I'd say
ladies
that's
gonna
a
love
blowing
that.
horn.
Yeah, and you're like,
Oh, that's the horn of Roland.
yeah.
There's a lot of elephants on that horn for being
For
Viking.
being Viking, yeah. I guess I was wrong. This was the artist's rendition of it. This is what the artist believed the Horn of Roland looked like. Roland, I would have assumed, was probably Norse.
No, Roland was one of Charlemagne's.
Yeah, wasn't he French?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
He
Charlemagne's
may,
dude.
he may have been familiar with elephants, may have gone to Africa, that's why they're on there.
Well, they would have been familiar with the story of Animal Crossing the Alps.
oh, well, that's why the elephants are on there. If it's Hannibal, okay.
Well, that would've been
Charlemagne and
historical.
Hannibal, and gotcha.
Well, Charlemagne's a lot longer after Hannibal.
Well, then, So why would Roland have something to do with Hannibal crossing the mountains with his
Well,
elephant?
I think he said that they would know the story because
They would know that story.
Oh.
And it's made out of elephant tusk.
There you go. There you go.
Certainly
So
they
there it
would
is.
have
It's
ivory
big then.
imported.
So it's big. It's probably as big as maybe not as big as the 20-foot cornucopia that Fish found, but I'm
It's
going
like a
to.
champion's horn, like the horn of Boromir.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
flip
help,
this over so the stream can see it.
Sid's gonna help or assist Fish in putting the large cornucopia in his backpack.
You're taking that thing with you, Fish?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
I thought we were mounting it on low.
Now it's heavy. It would take, you know, it would take you guys carrying it out as a group because it's full of food and it doesn't run out.
Oh, and here, carrying it where? Where are we going?
Don't know, but we have the fruit when we do.
Okay, well, I like that.
So yeah,
And the
maybe
wine.
Is there an apple? I'm gonna get an apple and throw it to Huff. And it probably
Look,
bounce
here's
off
an
crazy
orange.
guys. Oops.
I'll pull an orange out and toss it to Peggy.
Why the orange? Oh, sure, I'll take it. Actually.
It was just the next one. I guess.
Look.
I don't know.
is that a brick of cheese? It doesn't say it's fruit. It says it's filled with food and drink, and chocolate. If it's full of wine and
Bread.
yeah,
cheese.
you pull a wine bottle out, and then what is that? It's a bottle of 20-year-old Scotch. What? Oh my God, single malt.
I didn't see anything, no.
Wow. But I
Hey,
mean,
look, a plate of spaghetti.
hugely valuable, and if you guys want to pack it around, it's going to take a group of because it's 20 foot long and full of shit.
I mean, we go back to our boat and mount it in the kitchen part.
Okay, but the horn. Can we get back to the horn and Roland? Are we supposed to like blow that, or what are we supposed to do with that to make sure that the great hunt guy goes away?
Well, I have a feeling that we take it. I think we take it, and when he shows up, we blow it. That's what I think.
So do we see if there's a roof to this tower and we do it up there, just get it all done and over with?
Just camp out till midnight and wait for it to happen.
I think get really close since we'd be up on that tower, because that way we can really get to see him real close when we blow it away. Always assuming, of course, it wasn't. It could just be like a oops, wrong horn.
But if we try it while we are inside, then we can see if the man on the jetpack can fly into the building.
Man in a jetpack.
Yeah, it's that man in the jetpack flying after us.
Yes, the wild hunt.
The wild hunt.
He's convinced that there are people in costumes wearing jetpacks.
I mean, it's the most logical explanation.
All right,
Or
so
we're all asleep and, we're all having the same dream.
Donnie, you think this looks like it's gonna look good hanging in your creeper van?
Oh yeah.
You could probably wrestle it out of there. Like I said, it's not as big as a 20-foot horn, but it's an elephant tusk. It probably weighs 60 pounds, 70 pounds.
That's nothing for our fearless leader.
I'm looking at it though, and I'm seeing these gemstones on there. So
Before it's going.
these are probably emeralds and rubies, so it can't be that big.
Yeah, no, Marv. It's like a champion's horn. It's like Boromir's horn.
Yeah. So it can't be that big. And yeah, it may be the tip of an elephant's tusk, but so
In the legend, he carries it around with him in the battle.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like it's about a foot and a half long.
So
Two.
you gonna take it out of the case or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's what we came for.
All right.
Well, let's see what else there is. There could be something else like the cornucopia.
There could be more horns.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's checking that case?
I see that Christopher Rivas, but he moved for some reason.
All right, Fish. Yeah, I moved the NPCs out of the way. I'll let you guys have some fun. It's a large case holding the front grille and fender of a Cadillac with
What?
two longhorn steers, longhorn steer horns stretching out from above the headlights on both sides of it. And the car has a Texas license plate.
I mean, that went without saying. Well, that is... Hey, Donnie, do you want to put this on the front of your van?
Got AFK a second.
We could put it on the boat, too.
All right, let's see who.
No, the plane. My plane needs the longhorns.
It's maybe not aerodynamic, but it will look dramatic.
Is that? Does the inventory sheet actually? Boy, I can't put parcels in here. I never used. I should have made all this shit up into parcels, but I didn't. So you guys you can make the items yourself. How's that? Sid, you look in this case. You see a bunch of horns that range from about 16 inches long up to about 3 feet long, and they're like spiraled, and they're real thin. They're about maybe the size of a baseball down here, like where it would, and then it comes to a really fine tip.
Are we talking like unicorn horns?
Yay! He guessed it. That looks like unicorn horns. Those are gotta be.
Well,
unicorn.
I mean the whole.
But it might be a narwhal.
You did do the whole forehead thing, and
yeah, I've given you clues.
Well, I also think narwhal horns are like several feet long.
It could be from the baby narwhal.
Oh, yeah. Peggy.
She's still. We looked at all the cases.
Nope. Case number 8. Case filled with a collection of horn drinking cups. So now we're talking Viking. There's a bunch of mead cups in here.
Is there a pretty one?
Well, I mean, they've got decorations etched into them.
Is there a particularly pretty one?
Shiny?
No, not really.
All right.
Not really.
She's not greedy. She's a klepto. She likes stealing for stealing's sake.
Well, then, well, yeah, there is. I mean, of course, there is one that is more attractive than the rest of them to her. I don't know what her taste is. You describe the horn. You're like, tell me, what does Peggy see in here that she's like, what's the horn look like? Drinking horn.
It's low gaudy. It's got kind of a pearlescent sheen to it, I guess. Got some intricate carving, probably multiple materials, not used very much, probably impractical to actually use, but she's more of a form over function person anyway.
All right, let's see. That looks like number 9. There's a real fancy headdress of fur, horn, and feathers. Looks as though it might be worn on an American Indian medicine man.
Ooh. Pick it up and take a look at it.
Pick it up, you look at it.
Yeah, was it like made out of real feathers?
Oh, yeah, it's got feathers and horn and let's see, fur, horn, and feathers. Yeah. You're looking it over. You got it in your hands. You actually picking it up? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's maybe it looks like a piece of paper on the inside of it.
The tags.
Yeah, it's a tag. It says made in Taiwan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, seriously, made in Taiwan.
Yeah. Sid, you come to last. There's a book in here. Big book. And it's made from carved plates of horn.
Can I read what's on the cover? I'm assuming it's closed anyway.
Make a
Yeah.
little save.
Give me a, because those are all. Just give me a smarts roll. Not a problem. You're pretty
I've seen this
sure,
before.
and you may even speak some of these languages, but English, French, and German, and the title on the front says The Grimoire of Asturiel.
Why does that sound familiar?
And there's also some other unknown languages. It looks like maybe something from the Middle East, Aramaic. And then there's some, what do you call the
Cyrillic.
no,
Farsi?
there's Farsi, Cyrillic. So there's different,
You're thinking like what are Japanese and Chinese
Japanese
called?
and Chinese characters in computer world they're called 2-bit characters. It takes 2 bits to produce them instead of anyway.
That's neither here
Or
nor
it did
there.
you hear it did 30 years ago. Who knows what it is now. But 2-bit bitty hag. Hot pocket. Well, is he? So let's see. So it's a book about 16 inches wide, about 2 feet tall. It looks like a great big Bible that would be sitting on an altar. In a Protestant church.
All right. Well, I'll open the case and kind of flip through the pages of the book. Wait, which
Open the first one. You reading anything on it?
Hold on one sec. Oh, that's what it is.
Izzy's
My
helping.
headset is going to be dying. Move, Izzy! Fuck's sake!
Izzy, get the batteries. Quick,
Quick,
Izzy, get the
Izzy.
charging cord. Let's see if it was static powered, you can just rub your head, the cat on your head all like, build static charge.
Okay, it should be plugged in.
I may have missed something here. I need to look see what this is because I've missed a power. I've missed creating a power.
Ooh.
Benno, you start reading this book and then you can see like some mystical lights that like it's an illuminated book, but
Ooh,
the lights
neat.
move across the letters and whatnot. And yeah, let me go just open this up real quick.
If we could produce comics that provided their own light.
Still thinks that Donnie should put that horn on the top of the van, but put the front side into the van so that he could just keep putting out the snacks while he is driving.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't have the van with us.
Not the bow of the boat.
Alright, so give me just
Well, yeah, when we get back, I mean.
That's assuming that we do get back home.
Peggy's got to catch her soaps at some point.
So, I don't know. I remember being real hungry on that boat.
Okay.
So I'm reading this book and it's self-illuminating.
Well, I'm just going to copy this and hang on. Sorry, guys. I just happened to notice that that this power was missing. So I just missed it. I hope I didn't miss this whole section. I think I might have. I have to fix that. It won't play into it tonight, except for this. But I can fix this really quickly. So let's go.
Oh no, a dramatic chord.
It's weird that you're calling me while I'm on the phone because
What?
I was on the phone with they're calling from their phone.
I heard somebody talking about a phone.
Well,
On hold all the time. I know. Oh. Anyway.
I'm just not sure if it was on Rondon's end or Mike's.
No, it's on me, man.
It looks like Cobbler is lighting up a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody's having a phone conversation.
okay, good enough.
Close enough for Marbanya work.
Did you just say Marblin work?
Marbanya. It's like government, but with Marb.
No. Marblin, like a goblin, but Marb.
I can see that.
Duration. All right, it's in there now. I don't know if you've got access to it or not.
You have to share it if it's something you create.
It's called Arcane Languages.
Nice.
Now, the way the adventure reads, it says the book allows the character to learn the magical one skill of arcane languages. So if a person wanted to go up the magic tree, this is the novice skill, the first skill of the magical tree of skills. And it says it allows you to learn this by reading it if so desired. So
is that any of us that so desire to read that?
The book allows the characters to learn the magical one skill of arcane languages if characters so desire.
Characters, okay.
Well, I would say hell yeah.
All
so
right.
I just add that to my power tab, huh?
Yeah.
What's in the book, Sid?
I say something in an arcane language. And oh, it's like, I'm sorry, fish. I suddenly learned a new language. You want to try?
Several languages.
A lot of languages.
That seems
Yeah, all at
suspicious.
once.
I would like to take the look. Such as
So just-
unusual.
You just wanted, if we read it, we just take the power, right?
Yep. If you read it and so desire, you can take the power. If you take the power and you've not done so yet, you will have to have the skill.
Magic background.
You got to have the magic background.
Which I think we all do because we got that when we
Yeah.
Right.
did the
Right.
flashing light show
And
thing.
you're going to start
alien
with
disco.
you're going to start with 10 power points.
Yes, I think that's normal with the magic background.
Yep.
When I got this steel fan, I kind of became magical.
Let me see. Such as
Certainly
maybe
hurts.
this is a German section.
You look like the guy, the inspector on Young Frankenstein. He's got the wooden hand. All right, let's see. So that takes care of the cases, the horns. You guys are in the top of this tower.
Hey, Drake.
Doesn't look to be any way up on the roof. Did Drake show up? Look at Drake. Can we have tacos? Asking for friends, huh? It's Thursday. What can Thursday be? Thirsty Thursday? It's margarita night, bro. Yeah.
No, that's Margarita Mondays.
Well, it's Thirsty Thursday, so you can drink whatever. Whatever Taco Thursday is fine. You know what? Tacos any day of the week are fine with me. I like some good tacos. Traditional. Chicken, pork. Beef is a luxury in Mexico, a lot of parts of Mexico. So. Yeah, Thaco Thursday. Oh no.
Taco Thursday, I love it.
Yeah, Taco Thursday. Or Taco Thursday.
Well, that's what we can call the stream when Ron decides to run a second edition.
2E.
Yeah, which they do have for Fantasy Grounds. Thaco Taco Thursdays, where we never miss. Yeah, that's it. What are you doing, Drake? Prepping for your game tomorrow night? He's always prepping, man. He runs so many freaking games. He's always prepping.
At least that's how it feels, anyway.
I think he game masters 4 or 5 different games a week. So that'd be.
I've been there.
That's a lot of fucking work. Yeah, I think
What happened?
I could do it if they were all pre-done
Hello?
modules. What?
My computer's like wigging the fuck out. It seems to be fine now.
Stop blowing bong hit shotguns into the cooling fan, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so yeah, we're finished with this. So you know what that means. So who all decided to take arcane languages?
Yeah, I'll take that as well.
I did.
Yeah, I want to read the book.
Let's see.
But this is how that they learned how to speak the Finnish.
I'm gonna reset adventure cards. So no need to any longer throw away arcane adventure cards, I guess, because you do now all have access to arcane powers. You just haven't learned many of them yet. So,
Soon.
Where does that go?
Very soon.
yes, but I do want to find Donnie Boone, and go to adventure cards, and he wanted an extra adventure card for tonight.
Can we put that on the skills tab?
Yeah,
right?
Powers.
Didn't
Powers
you already
tab.
do? Didn't you already?
You already got Dark Bargain?
What do you think of the idea I sent you, Sid?
What?
I whispered you an idea.
Oh, sorry.
And
Is Fantasy Grounds being a dick now?
probably.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. One thing I see at the moment is you joined in reading. Oh, Fish, look at this mystical language of zeros and ones.
Zeros is binary. What? What?
But this is bin RA.
What?
Bin RE.
There we go.
Ben R.E.
Yes.
Benry? What?
Go back to what we were talking about, like right before that, and pronounce it different and wrong.
What are we talking about? I'm confused.
It's like binary, but mispronounced.
Oh, binary.
Wait, we got an advance.
Yes,
Wow,
I'm just
okay.
waiting for Fantasy Grounds to catch up.
Venna, you
I think I
wanna
might have to.
restart that? I tell you what, we're gonna take our 10-minute break a little early because these guys just got an advance, and rather than sit here and listen to us talk about this and that, and watch Marv just kind of stand here and wait for these guys to level up, decide what they want to do. Give them about 10 minutes to look around and stuff. Benno can restart his computer.
No, it's just Fantasy Grounds. It
Just Fantasy Grounds?
yeah, it just. Oh, wow, there's been another update.
Well, some people
been
like
one
to
every
watch
day
people
today.
level up. Pigs in space.
All right, I'm just doing this as a test. I'm not actually shooting anything.
He did. Okay.
No, that still gives me the recoil.
Isn't there a thing for like ignore recoil?
Yeah, but the edge didn't automatically add it.
That's weird.
It did that before.
Now look at how the effect is set up on Christopher.
No shit, Drake. Thanks for that, man. You got me. I got some Dots honey mustard pretzels. But a taco
So
would sure
hungry.
fucking sound good right now.
Yeah, for some reason when the thing happened, my laptop screen went just completely black, and the TV monitor was like all pixelated towards the bottom part. It was like tearing and shit. It was just bizarre. And then after a few seconds, it was fine,
Oh,
but then I couldn't access Fantasy Ground. I think there may have been an extra character there.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, the arrow for ignore.
Mm-hmm. What's with the arrow?
So
I don't know. That's
refresh
what
me.
Christopher has.
All right,
Really?
so I went and took hold the line. So now all of you get +1 toughness.
When we're in vicinity of you,
Five.
right?
Yeah, 5 spaces of me currently. It'll be up to 10 here soon.
Does the
So what do I
extension work?
get for an advanced here? Is this where I can like raise the dice?
Raise a die or skills or an edge, but the ability depends if you've done it this rank or not.
Attributes. Yeah, your attributes. You can do it once per rank.
Okay, I've not raised an attribute yet. So I'm going to raise my spirit. Then that be all I would do for that advance?
I think I'm going to up a couple
Yes.
skills.
What the hell? I clicked on the little plus next to Huff's seasoned, to look at the different, stuff he's got.
It's blank, or it's zeroed out. That's
yeah,
weird.
and it threw an error.
Oh, yes, it did.
Wait, what's blanked out?
Yeah, if you hit the plus button next to your advances on the traits tab, it basically shows like a brand new sheet that's not even like it has the basic
Oh,
stuff.
I didn't even know you
Everything's
could hit
zeroed
that.
out, and it throws an error.
If you do it from the tool, the GM tool, where there's like the little, I don't know what the shape is, in tools, you can open character summaries. Does it work there? Or is all character summaries broken?
By the way,
Give me just a moment.
And by the way, what attribute is luck associated with?
Spirit.
Spirit.
I didn't know if we actually cited that or not.
Yes.
It sounded like we had.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I need to take a break just a second as well.
Well, there we go. These guys need to take a break, so we're going to 10-minute the thing, man. That's what we're
I
going to do.
think
We're
luck
gonna
and
do right there.
spellcast.
10 minutes.
Luck and spellcast.
We'll be right back.
Later.
All right, all right, all right. We're back. Bring the gang back in here. Hey, I can actually close a few things down now. Let's see. I can close that and Snaz.
Oh, not Snaz.
Yep.
We need him.
Nope, Snaz is gone. Snaz is. You're freaking out of here, man. Snaz gone. And we can probably unshare this tower. What are you guys going to do about the cornucopia 20-foot long thing? You taking, what else are you taking out of this tower?
We should bring that fancy book. It looks fancy and historical. And so we can get the snacks, or maybe we can go carry this horn back to the boat.
Yeah, is the book large or small enough to fit in a backpack or something?
The book, like I said, it's 16 inches by 24 tall. So yeah, I mean, a rucksack,
Fit in a backpack, but...
a military rucksack, yeah, it'd fit in one. Oh, I forgot
I filled one of those with books once. It was a mistake.
You what?
I filled my sea bag full of books once. It was a mistake. It was like lifting a log.
Oh, I bet.
Well, Donnie's going to gorge himself on fruit before we make that decision either way.
It's various kinds of food, so maybe you'll get lucky and there'll be a McRib.
You said this was
Fair enough.
more of...
Either way, I'm eating while I can.
You said this was the grimoire of whom or what?
It is. Here, let me copy this for you guys.
I was going to actually add the grimoire to my backpack.
And the other thing you might need is, you got the
Really?
Horn of Roland.
Oh. I didn't realize that was Brad that said the grimoire of Marbanya.
What? No, it's actually a rated X. You can't find that in certain libraries. Except there was like some people that were trying to get into high school libraries, and most school boards freaked out about it. The grimoire of Marbanya. No. What's this doing in our high school library, man? How come?
What is this chapter labeled lettuce?
Oh, it's working. Okay. the chapter titled Lettuce. The Devil's Lettuce.
Lettuce, comma, devils.
It's in alphabetical order that way.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Do you have something to say, Miss
Let's see
Izzy?
what else. A case holding cornucopia is long. Yeah, I can do this one too. Because I think you guys will probably want that.
Oh, it's always filled.
Yes, it's magical.
No, it's some sort of technology that uses the food dot matrices.
You know, it must be those not replicators, those food synthesizers they have in Star Trek, right?
Oh,
Food
yeah.
synthesizers.
That's a replicator.
They call them food replicators.
Yeah, I heard
Not
that.
in the original series. This is before TNG. TNG was what, 88, 89?
I thought it was. I don't know. Go look that up.
I am going to unshare the tower record with you because you really don't need it anymore. I'm assuming you guys are going to, leave the prisoners in here, or they're all completely insane. What are you going to do with them?
I think they're fucked either way, but I mean...
You going to open their cages?
We'll open the cages.
She'll be back.
They'll find their way back to the
But
pirates.
let Peggy
maybe.
out before you guys open those cages.
What was it that we were supposed? Remember, we saw a. There's this windy thing we saw. It made a pattern in the dirt, and it's like told us something. Was that just where what the tower was? I got a photo of it.
You mean the there's like an
It's
air elemental that
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the
So obviously it's not super important to the plot then.
it might be, dude, because I just came off a break.
Well, I took a photo of whatever it drew.
Okay.
I tried to take a picture of the tower, but there's too much light, apparently. That's what the note on it says.
You did take a photo of what it drew. I'll have to go back and try to figure out what the hell that was, Brad, because I don't know. But I can look back through there and find out where the air elemental came from. Let's see. Let's talk about Cyrano, okay?
Can we also, real quick, we can probably fix their guns now. Unjam them.
Yes, you can work on your guns, unjam them. You can, just chill out here in the tower. You've basically cleaned it out except for the crazy people in here, and I'm assuming you're going to let them out, and they just
not for hanging out up there.
They go over in the corners and start drooling.
Leave some fruit or something in the room. Maybe it'll distract them so we can leave after releasing them.
We'll let them out as we're on our way out.
Is there any way we can get them to drag the horn for us?
No, man, they're not. They're fucking nuts. Unless they just happen. But you dump a bunch of food out of the end of this thing and then let these guys loose in this room, and they look like they're all half starved.
I mean, we could use some oarsmen, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you should eat the citrus fruit to avoid the scurvy, like you said.
Actually, I don't think we need any oarsmen. I think folks have that covered. But is there any of them that can speak at all? Or is there any of them that, I'd like to try to talk to all of them and see if any of them have any kind of even semblance of sanity.
All right, so who has some medical skill?
Donnie.
That would be.
I knew that. Okay. I just wanted to hear it. I just wanted to hear it. So Donnie, give me a medical roll. Unfortunately, you're unable to do anything with any of them. You basically had a 30% chance, so I figured, well, no, you got a medical roll, but it needed to have a raise. So because it says, let's go back here a second. I'll read you what it says here. The captives are all helplessly insane. They will neither help nor attack the characters. Should one of the characters have medical 3 or social 3, these are powers from this original game module, there's a 30% chance that he can help each captive. So it's a slim chance, and I thought, well, okay, if somebody gets a raise on it, but Oh, look at him. He's using a Benny.
Sure.
Let's see. But wait a second. Plus healing +2. Trait roll.
It's an 8 total.
So yeah, the second one you didn't have to use that Benny here. Let me give you this Benny back.
Yeah, but me and Huff also still have the wounds.
I cannot heal you. I can heal Huff. I can't heal you because you had 3 wounds. I healed 2 of them.
Oh.
So, you would need another person in order to heal more than 2. Unfortunately.
Okay, now let me.
But I can heal Huff. I'll do that.
Oh, you healed Huff with the +2 healer with the 8. Wait a second, I didn't catch all that.
No, I was healing Huff afterwards. He was asking about it, and I said I can't heal the fish for his 1 wound. It's gonna have to heal naturally. Because he had sustained 3 wounds, and I healed 2 of them, but that's the max I can heal with healer. Okay. With healing.
Oh yeah. I remember that from last session. So I see a healing roll of 7, then I see a healing roll of 8.
Yeah, that was for that, and then afterwards, while you were doing that, I threw in a heal for Huff. Since asking about it.
You threw in a heal for what?
7 was the healing roll for the
crazy people.
Crazy people, yeah.
Needed to be a raise. Didn't get it. Yeah. 8 was the healing roll for who?
Huff
was for the
Huff. Okay.
Oh, hey, Drake just did something too.
What? Drake is he bought he did remove a wound. Damn. He spent the biddies on that. Yeah, Gunther, you can take that wound off, bro. And thank Drake for it.
Yeah, why is it shaped like a tiny little Drake? That is weird. That is a weird scar.
Which is good because this fucking world is nasty. And you think, well, I can take that one wound, you know. Next thing you know, you're fucking dead. Brady Caesar.
Can I be a ghost for our next character?
I'll think about that for no.
Ghost Viking.
No. Let's see. What else do we want to say here? Yeah, 10 cages hanging from the ceiling and helplessly insane. You got a percentage and you failed that. You healed that. You guys are done. I stopped sharing that map. That's good. I can actually remove these tokens and then close that map because we're finished with it.
So was I healed with that wound or not?
Yes.
Yeah, you and Huck should both be. Everyone should be fully healed now.
Yeah, Donnie got yours.
Yeah, Donnie's got us covered.
Somehow
Thank you, Donnie.
Just fill out. Oh, they got better.
I feel Savage Worlds needs something like Pathfinder's Risky Surgery.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg, that was a good character. She saw Patrick Swayze's ghost.
All right, so basically in Pathfinder 2, the ability says that you do X number of damage and you roll the medicine check or whatever the associated skill is at a much lower DC or something or another. And you can basically heal more, but you have to damage them first in order to...
It makes it so that if you succeed, they basically get double the health back. Because it turns into a critical success.
Brad, are you telling me that crits can heal? I mean, heals can crit?
Medicine rolls can crit. But also, while there's a slight lull, there is an advances tab. You can add what you got on that advance to the advances tab. And then when Marb looks later, he's like, when did someone get something? And he will know.
Yeah. Yep. And you can also plan your advances. So there's that. You're starting. I didn't have anybody fill that out. I thought this would be so cool. And then I've never actually. What's the plan button? Plan.
But those buttons turn on and off sections.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay. So what do you guys? I mean, do you just?
I'm gonna ask, Cyrano, what are you going to do? Do you want to come to the boat with us, with you and your metal friend?
Okay.
Oh
so...
no! I will have to mend my own ship, make my way back. There are people like these elsewhere here on the island. I thought maybe I could get help from them.
Let's see. He's been. Yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna do this. Cyrano de Bergerac. Was a historical personality in his lifetime. Cyrano won more than a. Let's see, I'll share that with everybody too on the stream. More than 100 duels. He composed poems, satires, wrote a comedy, The Pendant Outwitted, and a tragedy, The Death of Agrippina. I'm not familiar with either one of them, so I'd forgotten about Cyrano de Bergerac. There was a cartoon about him when I was a kid and a movie, but I forgot about it. And a tragedy, Death of blah blah blah. His most enduring work, Voyages to the Moon and the Sun, was a satirical novel, predated Gulliver's Travels. Cyrano was a scholar and a soldier, a writer and a swashbuckler, a poet and a duelist. Also a legend. Tales of his duels survived. Tales of his duels survived as street ballads. His entire lifestyle took on legendary proportions. He became the archetype of the man who thinks for himself and is unafraid to voice his thoughts. Of the man who strives for independence in times of gross superstition. He became a man obsessed with what he considered a physical deformity, his large nose, and a man whose actions guaranteed a tragic love life. The Cyrano legends culminated in the play Cyrano de Bergerac, written by Edmond Rostand in 1897. Savinien de Cyrano de Bergerac was born in Paris in 1619, so early 17th century. We said 14th earlier, and died in the same city in 1655. So he was a young man, very young man. I think younger than anybody here. He fought 2 war campaigns and was wounded in both, studied science and wrote a variety of literature, blah, 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 blah. The image of Cyrano most familiar to people is that portrayed by the Edmond Rostand play, made into a film in 1950 that starred Jose Ferrer. Though the play exaggerates many of Cyrano's qualities and is rife with historical inaccuracies, in many ways, Final Portrait of Cyrano remains true to the real-life person. Now, in Voyages of the Moon and the Sun, Cyrano proposed some satirical methods of travel to reach the moon and the sun, described as Earth-like planets. In the adventure, Cyrano used one method to arrive at the island and another to leave. And so he's like, no, I'm off to the sun. You guys are like, what? Yeah.
Sounds like it's hot there.
That's such a good idea that you have. Oh, I will have to listen to your poem about this. That's Christopher.
So, I shared some information about blah, 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 blah that you guys probably shouldn't have had, so I'm going to unshare that. But that's basically, he's off to, when he came to the island, he was trying to get to the moon, basically. And he got here, he got kind of pulled into, the same kind of time warp tunnel thing you guys did.
Let's do the time warp game.
Da, 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 da. Okay, so we
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
That. It's just jump to the left. Then skip to the right. Put your hands on your hips. And pull your knees in tight. So yeah. And if you guys remember when Ron was in the battle and he was like reciting the poetry as he was in battle, that was from one of Cyrano's plays that he composed while in a duel, or one of his poems that he composed while in a duel. Of course, his rewritten poem to fit the circumstances with the Lestrigony and Zero Fighting Lestrigony. I think that's all I need to tell you about Cyrano. So he takes off, and so does Christopher. So who has those? Can you remove them from your character sheet?
It appears yes.
I suppose we can get a laser pistol from Christopher.
No.
Oh.
No, because it's built into his. It's part of his arm. Why did?
Well, we could always rip his arm off.
I'm saying one, right? 17 toughness. We could just murder him and turn him into a big shield.
But it'd be hard to murder him because of all that armor.
He is no longer an ally on my character.
But
he's still an ally in our hearts.
For the good of the group.
When I click the hot button I had for him, the button I had for him in the hot bar, it just brings up an empty NPC sheet.
Okay, I had to screenshot a couple of errors. Have done that. Close the console again. Thank you. Move windows around.
Now what, guys?
Now we need to see if we can find a way to get our ship out of that seaweed so we can go to Cuba.
Or at least somewhere other than the Kelp Sea or whatever the hell.
Well, let me give you some information that Christopher might share with you.
And finds that
before he leaves.
Soviet ship.
So the characters discover that the population, you discover this from Christopher, of the north part of the island is held in slavery by robots. He tells you to be careful, and then him and Cyrano, we're off to the sun.
Right.
Make sure he remembers the SPF 100.
You mean 100,000, right?
Yeah. So what is this about robots on the island? You should investigate.
Did you say that robots were being enslaved on the northern part of the island?
No, I said the inhabitants were enslaved by robots.
Wasn't sure if I understood it correctly.
Characters discover that the population of the north part of the island is held in slavery by robots.
Okay.
And that the characters themselves are in danger of being enslaved.
Oh.
Okay, so what you're saying is we need to get the hell off the island.
If you're Christopher says if you're caught on the island. Yeah.
Yeah, so
we could freeze the
let's
natives.
Take this horn. Let's take this horn and vamoose back to the ship.
And this other horn too.
Or we could conquer this place. Rule it like gods.
I don't think we're adequately equipped to take on robots.
We have an infinite amount of food.
I don't think the ship's going anywhere, guys. There's ships out there that have been out there for hundreds of years.
Well, yes, but it's at least safer than being caught on the island, right?
I don't know. There's those men from Japan with the shark teeth.
You're gonna go live on your ship with your cornucopia of never-ending food and drink.
I mean, it's an idea at least something we're familiar with, and we know where it is, and it's relatively safe. Safer than being on the island, I think.
I don't know. I almost feel like we're more likely to encounter the wild hunt out there.
Because we have the horn of Roland now.
Are you still in the tower, or have you drugged the cornucopia and packed up the book and things? And did you take that book with you?
Yeah, I'll put it in my backpack.
If we can.
I'm imagining we're at like the base of it. That's when the other two leave us.
Like you said, it was a 20-foot horn, but how much space does it actually take up?
It's 20 foot long, but it's a cornupia. It's
right,
it's
full
of food. It's
at least a 2 or 3 man lift.
Wait, where does the poop go from the Golden Corral cornucopia buffet?
Golden Corral.
I'm not even going to dignify that one.
No. Drake Minnow ain't talking to you. Oda Mae Brown.
He doesn't want to taco about it.
Doesn't want taco about it. Oh, that's oh man, absolutely.
Yes, I'm curious. Does the cornucopia only produce Mexican food on Tuesdays?
I don't know. You haven't had it that long, and you're not even sure what day of the week it is, probably.
Trong's days, am I right?
What's that?
It's like the endless Monday.
No, but it is. Let's see. Let's do some calendar management. You guys were not in the tower very long. Probably a couple hours tops.
Yeah, we pretty much hobo bum rushed the place.
You did. You fucking hobo bum rushed the place. You about beat the shit out of each other in the top level, but basically the siren was running out of PowerPoints, and all of her minions were like dead. So, and she dipped, but that means that she's still around. Yes, it does. 12 a.m. Saturday, the 8th of November. It's 12 a.m. Uh-oh. That's a while back. That was when the hunt showed up. No, because on the 6th you received the statue from the Flying Dutchman. 7th you came to the island, started making your way up here. Yeah, it's probably the 8th. Except I would call it 12 p.m.
No. Yeah.
So we spent the night at the Disco Crater, and then we spent the rest of the day. We went to the tower. So I thought we got there in like the early afternoon.
That's what I thought. So then we'll roll this here and roll that there. It's Saturday, the 8th of November, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys know the sun will be going down. Midnight's coming up here, about 8 hours. You got this 20-foot long cornucopia that's filled with food. Cobbler, filled with food. And it's heavy and it's 20 foot long. From the top of the key to the net, man, it's 20 foot.
You know who I bet is good at dragging giant things? I heard something about some enslaved people in the north of the island.
Now, I tell you what,
the
genius of Donnie from time to time is worth an extra penny. And Donnie
there was no supply closets. Maybe we can find some sort of sled for pulling it.
Now, are you guys sure you want the cornucopia? Did you see what Drake said it was?
Oh, that's a slow burn.
Yeah, colonoscopy foods. It's jello and broth. Yeah.
We were at sea for a while. Food is food.
Clear jello and clear broth, too.
Let's see. You guys, talk amongst yourselves here because I didn't get a bio break earlier. And come up with an idea, because in 3 minutes, you're going to start moving somewhere, or
I think Donnie should use his scrounging skills in the supply closets to see if we can build something with wheels to drag this easy.
Yeah, Peggy wants to check those supply closets as well. For sure.
Want to check what?
The supply closets. We kind of passed the breeze through.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's on our way down, I figure.
Yeah.
And I already broke a seal, so I'll be right back.
I don't think that we should go back, though. I think this is pretty much a Willy Wonka type adventure. You can't go back. You got to go forward to go back.
We should go talk to the pirates again and see if they know anything about that ship we were chasing.
Ow, ow, ow.
Hi, Izzy.
I'll be right back, but if we talk to the pirates, we're going to have to explain what happened to Lovely Lil.
Yeah, probably not a good thing.
She's busy there and sent lots of fruit for you guys to have a picnic.
She died in the blaze of glory?
She saved all of us.
Yes. She died a hero's death. I mean, it just seems bad to lie to pirates.
What in the hell is that crinkling paper sound?
the cream clean paper from Little Debbie cherry pie.
That's one of them noises that I'm just gonna have to mute you, man. I can't. It's like the potato chip crunch thing that drove fucking Rob Dewey nuts. But Diablo Bob had this trigger. It sounded like crunching potato chips, and after about a year of that shit, Rob was like, "I fucking potato chips." All right. So, while I was taking a pause for the cause, one of the things I heard you say.
Cornucopia can float. Drake has a plan.
Is Donnie still blinded?
It's it's cornucopia. It's wicker work. You know, I doubt it floats. It might float, but it ain't gonna hold people. It's not buoyant. Well,
and usually they don't keep being filled with food magically either, but.
Yeah. But you know, to bring up a point, this is a tropical island, and there are palm fronds that can easily be woven into. I mean, it doesn't take, you know, a whole lot of survival skill to know how to, you know. I mean, and this is the 80s. I'm sure half of your characters have had long braided hair in the 70s. You know how to braid things. You can, you know, make a sled to pull the cornucopia with. You know, there's some way to transport it, but it's a bulky thing that you're dealing with.
Gilligan's Island.
Can you common knowledge what?
To see if we learned what to do from Gilligan's Island.
The coconut battery charger for the radio.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. Common knowledge. Sid Galewind. He's like, well, I saw this one Gilligan's Island episode, you know, and little buddy.
Yeah, back home, I like to skip a.
I mean, it couldn't be any more cumbersome than, say, a Cyclops toddler.
A Cyclops what?
Toddler.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're an asshole for that one, Barb.
Well, should we go and unenslave the population and
Looking Cyclops,
I
big
honestly needed more
6 foot long baby
encounters.
Oh. The sparrow could grab the last coconuts. That'd be difficult. Okay, what are you guys gonna do, man? Did you come up with an idea? You can.
Yeah, we're gonna loot the storerooms.
Okay, you loot the storerooms.
What storeroom?
We passed some storage rooms on the way up here. Yeah,
that's where Donnie got the ladder from.
So you found a mop and a mop bucket and a little sign that says "Caution, floor is wet." Slippery surface.
Yeah, if we want to do a janitor disguise, I suppose.
I've still got a cultist robe.
Well, you
never know when you're gonna need that.
Hey, I mean, cultists sometimes need janitors.
That's true. The janitor cultist. There's a character idea.
Al had a dress in his inventory. You never know when that'll come in handy.
I think he stole it from someone, but I honestly don't know, nor do I want to know.
I don't know. He already had it by the time I had control of him.
Well, you know, I gotta try to find something here. Let's see.
Well, do we think there's any way we can get away from the seaweed? The only other thing is we should explore the island. We know that there are some sort of enslavements. But maybe there's something else.
I know there's something else going on, that's for sure.
I mean, there's shark people.
There's dolphin people that helped us.
Oh yeah, those weird Japanese peoples.
So let's see. I could probably do this.
You can wave that a Dutchman,
man.
What are we doing?
There's the island. I didn't realize they had included a map of the island.
Well, yours was nicer.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have copied this one, but I didn't even know this was here until I went back and read through some stuff. And I'm like, well, there's a fucking map of the island. So here was the crater full of lights, right?
The crater of lights.
And you made it to the tower. Okay, right here.
And the enslavers are in the north, he said, right?
And that's the funny part. So this map must be flipped upside down.
Or maybe the direction's wrong in the text.
Or in the text, because
There's no
I'd say the direction is wrong in the text. No, there is a compass rose, so I can definitely.
There is.
Yeah.
It's behind the mask.
Oh, okay.
So we came at it from like out on that peninsula out there.
Yeah, let's see if I can do a little bit.
Yeah, it must have been.
I think the robots and such may have been like more like over here, more so rather than on.
Well, I don't know what the rest of the map looks like. There might be a thing labeled Robot City.
Yeah, probably.
No, you guys would know that the island is about like that.
And the pirates were somewhere between the light show and the tower.
Yeah, so we're just going to have to learn to ignore some certain things. There's lots of errors in this text. It was an upstart game company. I thought the story and stuff was incredible.
Do they have any other games, or just this one?
I know Tom Moldbay wrote some other stuff, but I don't think he did it for Avalon Hill.
For Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Whole Blackmore campaign setting, which is, I believe.
All right. That's...
Blackmore was Tom Moldbay?
I believe.
Well, if the robots have people enslaved to the north, why don't we have head south?
Well, they're actually enslaved to the south, dude. So.
Oh.
Yeah, the text was wrong. The text was wrong because the island is this way and the compass rose does say this is north, and that is the crater with the lights, and this is the bone tower. So.
And all that muscle and sinew, that's the seaweed, I'm guessing?
Yeah, all this stuff out here.
It does look kind of muscle-esque, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it looks like layers of muscle, like when you're skinning a deer or something. When you're peeling the flesh and the meat from small, helpless animals.
For some reason, I pictured the anatomy image that shows the muscle layer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
but
fake
again, I've never seen
wax,
an animal, so.
the wax little deals that you see in the doctor's office. It has a cross section of like the foot, or.
No, I'm meaning just the image, not the actual physical model.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there no window or anything from the top of that tower?
Nope. 2 doors.
She just
one
opened a
north,
portal, magical portal of her own and stepped out of it.
Yeah, she had DM plot armor on.
Nice.
I think she got tired of playing with us, basically.
She ran out of PowerPoints, dude. And she had
tomato.
Because all that shit she was throwing at you guys, a lot of it was 5 PowerPoints per whack, and that.
You're right.
Fired up quick.
Yeah, and she attacks several of you.
She needs to start using her bennies.
Yeah, you can use bennies to.
I just decided I didn't want to see her murder hoboed, and she might make an appearance later. And the whole.
Did you seriously?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And Ron, you were saying I don't remember this part where you guys were in the jungle. Because it's not in the adventure, but she was a master of illusions, and
Oh, gotcha. So with
Manipulation.
fascination. Right on. Gotcha.
Fascination.
Marv just rolled with the punches.
All right. So, what do you guys? Make camp or something?
Is there a high point on the island?
Well,
or is it all just low hills?
We need to be able, to scout further to the south of us than right where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, or if they're just a big hill, we can also look out at water and see if the seaweed ends.
So you guys spend about 30 minutes taking some, small trees. Donnie's probably got a machete in his sock or something,
In his sock?
Yeah.
You mean he doesn't craft one out of a paper clip, a balloon, and a rubber band?
That'd be H.G. Willikers.
Except his machete would explode people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he crit failed with his machete and chopped your head off.
Say, hey, why cut wood when you can just hook a motor to it and have it cut wood by itself?
Actually, that sounds like Sweezy now.
So you guys spend about half an hour. You make this little sled to pull the cornucopia along, and you guys start south, and you make your way, and you do come, to some.
Maybe tall trees that we can climb, or
big. You top of one of these hills down here where you can start to see off through this big valley, right? And you see something that you're like, what the hell is that? Picture the scene of Ground Zero after it happened. The steel girders and shit sticking up out of the pits from underneath the World Trade Center. The steel girders and stuff. So it looks like a building or something that's just all these steel girders. Looks like somebody's picked up. Like a Titan has played pickup sticks with steel girders, just kind of dropped them, and they're just this.
Great description.
Kentamine.
Yeah.
Oh no, Marv, what are these here? That I thought at first might be like little streams or roads.
These rivers, these creeks.
Is that what it is?
Let's see. Yes, river. I can do this.
Well, if we're up in the mountains, I guess the hills, then, we'd probably go get where the fresh water is. Well, we're figuring this out.
Does that help? Open up the legend part of it.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, there's cavern openings. Let's find one.
Oh, just a little carrot dangling out there in front of you. I thought,
these are just the hills. We haven't even seen any mountains yet. There's hardly any mountains on the side.
But if there are mountains, we
you can see them in the distance. Yeah, I'd say you'd see them in the distance. So let's go here, and I'm gonna give you probably this.
Because there's big enough hills and mountains, if we could get a higher elevation, if you could see how far out the seaweed goes, maybe.
Right. Wow, that's cool, Mark. Good idea.
Bet you think that metal beam ruiny looking places, Huff?
The next place we're going to.
Oh yes, that makes sense. Did you ever see anything like that in the Central America?
No. Yeah, I've only seen pictures of stuff, something like that from Europe.
So let's share this big ugly map on the there we go. Share that on the stream. Look at that. That's some 1980s game module art for you right there. What's that, Donnie?
Were there windows at the top of the tower?
No, there was two doors in it, double doors on I think the south side and or north side, and a single door on the south side or something. but there were no windows in it at all. She made a magic portal.
Doors in the base.
And honey mustard seasoning all over my fingers.
I'm getting hungry.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
We should go there. Be careful where we go. And we should fill up our
Extremely
fresh
careful.
water, yeah.
Especially with this new information, there may be robots roaming around.
We should keep an eye out. And our
We should
guns.
probably avoid the pirates while we're at it.
Like, what type of robots are we looking for?
But if they are robot
Like
pirates,
Robbie the Robot Ranger or Will Robinson?
Do they look like robots, or are they more like androids?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
ooh. Before Christopher had left, could we have asked him, are they like you?
True.
I feel that's something we would.
Yeah, you could have before he left, but I've rolled the calendar forward and shit, guys. You know, damn, if you'd have thought about that, that
Well,
might
he just suddenly left.
damn, that might have been
changed
valuable.
the topic.
Yeah, sorry, Christopher's gone. You found a pastrami sandwich in a horn. Oh, nice. Man, I am hungry, Cobbler. I'm freaking hungry.
I haven't had anything since breakfast. I've been drinking all night.
You haven't had anything? What? You gotta be about shit-faced then.
I mean, I'm not walking straight, but I'm good.
He's definitely
I definitely broke the
approaching
seal already.
weakness.
He's not passed out on us like Ike yet.
My coffee.
Getting there.
I had 3 cups before the game started.
Yeah, true.
You should be careful though and go down to this place. As I've said, that's where we're going.
There we go.
Maybe that will give us some clue of what all is going on this island.
So you make your way down to here.
Making your way downtown.
It's a good song. You get a little bit closer to this as you're moving farther south, and you're like, hey, we're gonna have to make camp pretty soon because that's a good distance. 2 miles at Dragoness Cornucopia, about 2 miles an hour. So it's taking you an hour. Let's roll the clock forward. 5 o'clock, November. Sun's going down, guys. It's getting dark.
We're pretty. It depends on how far south Mystery Island is relative to. Other things.
Oh, I've been muted. What the fuck?
What the fuck, man? Huh.
Are there any secure-looking spots that we'd see on the way?
Well, there's like running water. There's rivers, you know. Secure-looking spots. There's, there's probably a few places look a little more secure than the others, but it just all depends on what kind of map I pull out and throw on here.
What do you think of?
Some sort of area with, preferably with lines of sight, so we can see something coming if it's coming.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not right this second, but
it'll probably be dark at 6:30. It's 5 o'clock now, so the sun is setting.
Also, spending all day.
What I was thinking is if we can find a good vantage point from somewhere up higher on the island, I can scout.
Well, there's mountains to the south. This thing is pretty tall, man. Let me describe this. You get close enough to see this. I mean, like I said, you've traveled. I need to take the snap off of here. How do you turn the damn snap to grid off? That's a deal. I know it's in here.
Do the unlock thing, and then it's one of the main options.
Toggle grid snap. Let's do that. Okay,
yes.
So yeah, so it's 2 miles. It's a good hike. And what you see is this artifact is a structure of iron beams about 300 feet in diameter. So it's, about equally as tall. The structure resembles a geodesic dome gone mad. The beams seem to meet at impossible angles, and the whole thing looks like the result of a giant game of pickup sticks using iron girders instead of sticks.
That seems dangerous.
Though the widest area between the beams is 4 feet, it is possible for an individual to walk through the structure without too much trouble. Coming from the center of the structure is a faint golden glow.
Ooh. Also, does that mean we can climb on top of it?
Does that mean what?
We could climb on top of it.
Does it look real safe? No, but hell, it's Donnie,
Yeah. Donnie's got this.
I'm just saying, if we don't get anything else, we have a 300-foot high thing.
Donnie read a book on rappelling one time. But it didn't tell you how to get up, just how to get down.
Was that how you get hurt?
But it did show him how to tie his own harness, at least. So there's that.
Help with the Navy. You can tie knots.
I mean, there is an actual particular way that you can use the cable stuff to tie a harness onto yourself. It's very interesting.
Using my electronics, does this thing seem to be any sort of device? Like, I don't see any open wires or anything that would make me believe that it's actually a machine of any sort.
You can do, give me one of those. You look around and, Donnie, you notice scrape marks on the ground. It's not hard to see where the scrape mark ends right at the bottom of one of these steel girders.
Like it was moved.
Yeah.
Like it's about the same size as the girder itself. It's not like footprints.
Yeah, some of the scrape marks are washed out from the rain, but some of them are carved right through stone. Through the stone underneath the soil. Like the girder has moved and been drugged through the.
Donnie will start looking around for some sort of control panel.
Oh, maybe this is what they were going to do with the Stonehenge, but then they got interrupted and didn't finish.
Donnie's going to do what? Look around?
It kind of reminds me of Epcot.
Hey, Donnie, I think I found the control panel.
For a control panel?
I'm going to point at the glowing thing in the center.
Based on my
You're
general
helicoptering,
knowledge, and Donnie's got some scientific knowledge here. I was thinking more of a power source. I'm gonna avoid approaching the possibly radioactive glowy thing in the center till late as possible.
I bet you go there and you catch that, and I bet you make whatever this thing does do.
Well, if nobody's going to the golden glowy thingy, Sid will.
Of course you will.
Sid just rolls up to it. Hey, what's this?
I'm cool with that plan.
I'm way cool with that. I'll stand over here and watch.
Donnie's not saying that he hadn't already considered that as a possibility. Just
he's a wiry, spry guy. He can handle it.
If we look between the beams, do we see anyone or anything inside?
You don't. There's no way to see all the way through this thing to the other side. Matter of fact, you can't even see to the middle. You can see a glow coming out of it, but you can't see what the glow is coming from because it's 300 feet, so it's 150 feet to the middle, and it's just hundreds of these iron beams.
I wasn't sure if it was a shell of chaotic iron beams or if it was a whole thing.
No, they're just willy-nilly all over the place, and it's enough to block out the view from, even what's in the center. But you can see this glow coming out of it, but what's it coming from, you don't know. Is it big, small? Who knows?
But let's go carefully.
Well,
Donnie wants to make sure he's not on a scrape mark or in path of where one of these beams is going to move when they get to the glowy part.
So you're like step on a crack, break your mama's back type thing, and avoiding
Yeah, he's going to plot it out a little bit in his head and figure out a safe space.
Is this one of those Transformers that I saw in the cartoon? From the... Yes, that could be...
I don't think they're Autobots or Decepticons, buddy. Come on, let's go see what this light is.
Yeah, I will cover you with my gun.
Don't.
Do. Walking through the beams, do.
You're making your way through can you step over this one and around this one and duck underneath this one, and you're weaving your way through and you're getting closer and closer.
Transformers be a pretty regularly new cartoon right now.
I'm gonna hang out here.
Years at least.
Like 83.
I'm gonna hang out here in case anything rolls up when you mess with whatever's in there.
You're gonna stay outside and guard the cornucopia. Sid going by himself?
No, Fish is going with me.
Sid
I'm staying 30 feet behind him. Give him cover.
Just the two of you, or anybody else going in?
Nobody else said they were.
Donnie is somewhere in the machine, but he is not getting close to the glowy thing.
So Donnie starts weaving your way through. So right now, Peggy and Huff are outside.
Yeah, if it's pretty enough for Peggy to go for it.
You're what?
Well, if it's pretty enough for Peggy to go for it.
It's a golden glow, man. That doesn't draw Peggy's
Like golden?
It says, coming from the center of the structure is a faint golden glow.
She might be. I mean,
like a porch light on a cabin. Who knows?
I mean, she does have the curious major hindrance.
What movie were you asking that had been out yet?
Oh, well, he said about Transformers, and I looked, and the Transformers movie from the 80s was in August of 86.
Well, the cartoon was 84, right?
Yeah, I think the series was out.
Yeah, the cartoon was 84.
Yeah, well, this is November of 86, so, you know.
Yeah, but we haven't been in regular civilization for a little while.
Well, we were at, like, Halloween. I figured that...
It ain't been that long.
That August, we would have seen something about it. I don't know if Fish would be familiar other than, like, advertising.
By the way, Marv,
this is the 8th of November. I'll back up to, this is Saturday. On Monday, you guys went to the Manchester building.
Jesus.
And that's the night that you left. And you spent the first 1, 2, 3 days sailing south, 24 hours a day. That would have put you, just getting into the Bermuda Triangle when the whole deal happened,
We thought a lot more time had passed than that.
It kind of felt like it, didn't it? But, Marb, should Donnie have the blinded effect on him still?
No, does he?
Yes.
Oh. What was that from? Is he the one who went to sleep?
No, he got... The siren did something to him.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't sleep. I think it was.
Oh no! You know what it was? I pocket sanded him when he.
Yeah,
pocket sand. I just hit you in the face the second time.
Yeah, before he could shoot me the second time.
You said, "I'm gonna." Is there any dirt that I can Ron goes pocket sand.
No, that was me. That was me.
There's a lot of pocket sand.
I fucking laughed whoever said it. I laughed my ass off. That was fucking great, man. Pocket sand.
Yeah, any chance we get in a role-playing game to do the pocket sand bit.
Who did the pocket sand? It wasn't Boomer, was it?
No, it was Dale.
Dale. Yeah, Dale.
That was when he was, because he was talking about how he was a hired mercenary bounty hunter.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go watch that on YouTube later. Okay, so that's about enough time talking about YouTube and what I'm going to do later. What are you guys going to do right now? You're making your way through here.
Making our way downtown.
Donnie, you're kind of weaving your way around the outside here, avoiding any place where the girders move, and
they're too narrow.
You other two make it all the way to the center, and what you see is a like a concrete. Actually, the whole web is. So I'm going to retcon that dirt and stone thing. The plastic concrete floor.
Plastic concrete?
Yeah, whatever the hell that is. Plastic concrete.
Plastic and concrete mix.
I guess. And you get to the center. The box lies on the concrete on the concrete base, and there's a box, and from the box is this glow is coming out of the top of it, and you can see it ahead of you there. You know,
that's not
30 feet or whatever.
You should go poke it.
You know, I think I've played enough tabletop dungeon crawlers and such to know that thing is probably trapped in some manner.
Oh, is that the thing? You go and then you get, you get the healing and you feel better, and then there's the scary boss.
Perhaps.
So this thing is 300 feet across. You guys are 150 feet in the middle. Donnie, where are you at? Are you just making your way around the very outside, or are you actually? You said you're going into the machine. You're calling it a machine.
Machine?
It's an iron web. He's calling it a machine. He said, "I'm going into the machine. I'm walking around the machine."
Okay. I thought you called it a machine.
No, Donnie did.
Hey,
Donnie was going in far enough to keep track of them, so he could hear them and make sure everything's all right, and relay it to the guy else outside.
All right. So in order to see him, you're gonna.
I was just finding a place close where I could hear them as they hollered.
You gotta be ready to move in case anything starts to go south.
Nothing's moving. Nothing's happening. You guys walk up to the box?
I'm still staying like 20, 30 feet behind him, in case something jumps out.
So Sid's in front, and you're...
Yeah, I'm approaching the box, and I'm kind of looking around it, looking for any, possible traps or dangers, and I'm going to do another notice roll.
Well, Brett,
that's better.
Yeah, Fish needs to do a notice roll too to see if he sees your face melting off from the radiation. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't tell you I opened it, so it's not like the Ark of the Covenant me.
No. You walk up and it's a box, and you kind of peer over the top of it, and how big does it say it is?
Plus, everyone knows that radiation is green or blue.
Right.
Blue.
It's a plastic box. So the glow is coming through the plastic. So it looks like a tote, but it's kind of semi-transparent. And on the inside, you see what looks like, this thing isn't very big, maybe 6 inches across, a 6-inch cube, And on the inside looks like 5 capsules about the size of a large penicillin pill. The capsules themselves glow so strongly that the light seeps through the plastic box.
I bet that if you were to swallow them, it would turn your urine to glow.
I have a feeling that these are some sort of anti-radiation pills, but what do I know?
Fuck, Brad. Okay.
Can you pick up the box and we take it outside?
Sure, I will close the box and pick it up, or attempt to.
So you're gonna pick the box. You pick the box up. It says, let's see, can you pick the box up? Yeah. Capsules themselves glow so strongly, light seeps through the plastic box. Box lies on the concrete base. Anyone can pick it up.
But I noticed that there are 5 of them, and there are 5 glowy colors in the disco nightclub crater.
Right.
So, the thing's only, 6 inches. It's the size of a Rubik's Cube, a little bit bigger than a Rubik's Cube. So you can just...
I was thinking like a small pencil box sort of thing.
Yeah. You can pick it up with one hand if you wanted to.
Well, I shall do that.
Okay.
All of a sudden.
So you pick the box up.
Let's dig it out. Show everybody.
If the box is touched or disturbed in any way, however, the iron structure begins to close.
Oh no.
The iron web continues to close until it is nearly solid. Anyone trapped inside the web is crushed to a pulp.
Let's run.
Yeah, there's rules here.
I trip and fall on my face.
What did you? Oh no, you didn't. Oh shit.
I did.
Let's see what it wants here.
I'm climbing up as I'm running.
I'm
parkouring around.
Oh, he's a free runner, yeah.
There goes our pilot, guys.
No, I'm sorry, folks. You have come to has nothing to do with that. Has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Just die.
No. We've come to a Gary Gygax moment in this adventure. As I mentioned earlier.
You have to make a save or else.
When the web closes, characters get a luck roll to avoid death.
Oh no.
If a character starts running to escape immediately, okay. And if a character, which you did, you started running immediately.
I'm not sure how much it did when he face planted.
I'm kind of on the fly converting this to the Savage Worlds rule set for how this would work, but
yeah, I'm sure the numbers are all different.
Yeah, it'd be. I mean, you'd be guaranteed a success, but they're talking about a D20 roll here. So
right.
What's the success on a D20?
Action for, okay, so you have a free runner.
Yeah.
Gunther.
And fleet-footed.
Oh, both?
Nice.
That's +2. That's +2. So you can add +2 and then give me a luck roll.
How about
what about me?
Is there any bonus for them saying that they were running immediately?
Yeah, that's why we got.
Yes, that's going to be a +1 as well.
And how about for let's see. We noticed the gouges in the ground.
Noticing the gouging gives you a +1.
Trying to think anything else, guys. This is serious shit.
Do I get bonus for being closer to the outside?
I'll give you a +1 for that. So that'll be a +2 for you because you noticed the gouges. You didn't see him pick up the box. Just all of a sudden, these fucking beams start moving, and they're moving fast. You're close to the outside.
I had specifically I was trying to plot it out, so I wasn't in the path of one of them at least.
Right, but unfortunately, this thing closes. It's just fast. It's fast. It's a Gary Gygax moment, guys.
Is a 6 okay?
A 6 is a successful luck roll.
Oh shit!
Donnie dances over that shit, like backflips his way off.
Donnie said, "I fucking knew it."
Back. He rides the safe one like halfway through. Like, yep, I knew that piece wasn't gonna collide. Hops off that.
This is literally what he planned for in his bunker.
What is my bonus?
Your bonus is you started running immediately. So, do you have fleet-footed? Do you have
I have
any
heroic, if that matters, but
anything that gives you bonuses to your movement.
I'm quick.
You're quick. That's
that
a
has
combat
to do with
thing.
Action cards, but
it does have to do with action cards.
But I mean, technically, he'd be starting his run faster that way.
Quick characters have lightning fast reflexes and a cool head. That's the first line of the edge.
I vote that gives him a +1.
Okay, that's +2.
And you said luck, correct?
Luck.
I'll take a 7.
All three of you guys make it out. This thing closes. You look down. You've got a box with 5 capsules in it that are glowing.
Wow.
You still got it in your hand. You fucking snatched it out of there.
All right. Well, let's take a break. I'm just gonna go take a slight nap over here.
Peggy, bottle of wine me.
Who's got the cornucopia?
Oh, I think
Oh
Huff
wow!
was
I'm
next
so
to it.
glad that
Okay,
I'm
let's
glad
see.
you weren't in there, Huff.
I had to know.
No shit. Yeah, Huff, you'd have been. Yeah, critical failure is just. Yeah, whatever.
I feel with that, with him not being in it, he like stubs his toe or something.
Yeah, he was.
he's got his arm stuck in the cornucopia.
He was having one of those, premonitions. It's like, I ain't going in that motherfucker. No. Yeah, Huff would have been dead right here. This would have been.
No, I was like those robots, I was they go in there and they do something, then fucking robots come up, and then when we come out, robots are out here.
No robots show up. Let's see.
Okay, well, that's what I was thinking. But I'm glad I was thinking that way.
Let's see. Together, the hinder running, you can assign a -2 penalty. Let's see. Look. On the other hand, the characters rope themselves together, which okay. If the luck roll succeeds, the character escapes uninjured. If the luck roll fails by 3 points or less, the character loses a leg while escaping. That would have been by if you fail by, I would have had to probably adjust that. 1 point. If you fail by, if you roll a 3, you lose a leg. If you, roll a 2 or less, the character dies. So,
and crit fail, you get to come up with a very interesting way of
crit fail. You're just dead. You're just fucking yeah. It's like
like I said, you get to come up with a very
You hear Huff screaming, and you guys turn around and look at the last moment just to watch this girder pop his head off, just like picking up the little what do you call it?
Like
thing?
squishing a grape.
Mama had a baby and the head popped off. Them little weeds that you.
The dandelions.
Dandelions, yeah. Mama had a baby and the head popped off.
I hate those damn.
What?
Yeah, toe jerkers when you're walking in flip flops and they get stuck between your toes.
Wait, what's this about the baby's head popping off?
You can pick them if you pick them and wrap the stem around the top of it and then pull the stem. You can shoot the.
Where did that narrative, that lyric come from?
I mean, I heard it as a kid, so I'm really curious.
I've never heard it, to be honest.
Because
you've heard it, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
from different parts of the country and different ages.
Definitely different generations in different parts of the country. So I don't know. Mama had a baby and the head popped off. So
it's not a southern thing, I guess.
It's not a southern thing. It's just yeah. Okay, so let's see if one of the characters experienced. Oh, well, here I should have read further too. There's just so much to this. You would have had another +1, Brad. You saw the two figures fighting in the air.
Yeah.
That's becoming important, it seems like.
Yeah.
You need to remember what that was, I think.
You guys are panting and shit, and after 5 minutes, the web starts to open. So make sure you get you run all the way out to where Huff was. He's where it was, the edge of the plastic concrete floor.
Yes, we run all the way to the corner.
Yeah, I ran past that to where it was nice and grassy and collapsed.
Yeah, after 5 minutes, the iron web opens again. The dead characters have been completely ingested.
Dead characters?
Yeah.
Ingested?
Oh, so it expected somebody to die.
And you guys
crushed, it's ingested.
You guys see another glow come from the center of the web.
All right, now
now I'm really curious about what these pills are, and I'll show them to everybody.
Dude, go see if it is more of those.
No, hell no, I ain't going back in there. Fuck that noise.
Well, just don't touch the box.
I ain't going back in there, damn it. I just barely managed to get out of there after I've managed to face plant running out.
Yeah, it means you won't do it again, right?
What is the odds of that?
It means I won't be going in there, so no, I won't be doing it again. Exactly.
I don't know who rolled it. That was Donnie. Johnny was shitting and getting out of there. Who had the most?
He was like
Gunther had the most bonuses.
He had like a 19.
Gunther would have had to have rolled a 1 to fail.
Yeah, there are similar things that happened back in East Germany. They were not quite this dramatic, and there was more of a shooting. But yeah.
Was it all part of the incident?
There was that part.
So whatever it had there, you were kind enough to get one for each of us.
Well, I mean, it did happen to have 5 of. They look like pills.
Are they solid?
Do they look more like pills or some other sort of capsule?
They look like a capsule, like a freaking Tylenol capsule, or whatever. But they're bigger.
In half.
But there's the like you could maybe pull them apart and dump something out of them. They're capsules. They're probably solid though. I mean, it doesn't really say. I'm gonna say they're solid. You can't pull them apart, but they're glowing.
I hope what if these are some sort of new science suppositories to give you the?
That's what diarrhea is about.
No, I've seen them. These are these new night quills. Gel caps and whatnot.
Yeah. I was gonna say I might swallow that, but that's the only fucking way it's getting in my body.
Yeah, not suppository. No.
Maybe
you're fine with it.
I'll pass, thank you.
I wonder if I have any idea about anything I ever think.
I mean, if we're trying random things, it's probably safest for Peggy to try it first.
Since she's immune.
Peggy always does like to try the random shit first.
She is immune to poison, though. That's true.
But do we actually know this? Does she know this?
I mean, she has to know something, right?
Hasn't caught a bug since.
Have I ever read anything or heard anything scientific related to glowing capsules?
No.
I'd be surprised if you hadn't. I mean,
no. But if a person had some kind of ability to detect and identify, or can't they?
Is there any sort of writing on
No.
Oh.
It doesn't say Mark.
It
doesn't say AstraZeneca on it. No, nowhere. AstraZeneca.
Any writing on the box or anything like that?
Well, the writing was on the wall when Donnie saw the scraping on the floor, but you went in there anyway. There's no writing on the box, however.
Did they have a smell?
No smell.
I'll lick one.
Why would you?
Do you lick it and then put it back in the box with the rest of them?
No, that's yours.
No, that was yours.
No, this is the one that I'm eventually going to swallow. It's just like
that's the one that's going in your fucking pocket. Not put that back in the box.
It tastes like like your tongue sticks to it, like a gel capsule.
Let's snatch the monster away from it.
I mean, it just kind of sticks to it. You just pull it back off, or so.
Is there someone who's got a overly curious hindrance?
There is a curiosity hindrance, yes.
I mean, does someone have it?
Major curiosity hindrance.
So I imagine, I hand her hers, and she probably pops it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm suspicious, so I'm not going to be the one to try it.
She's a little more worried than that, considering her profession or her proclivities. But she's
her
also,
what?
Well, I mean, she was a street corner pharmacist.
Has she ever seen this brand before?
I had a girl show me her proclivities one time.
Giggity! Just once.
Yay. Anyhow, you guys have made your way outside. This huge giant thing opens up again, and all the girders shift to different positions. It doesn't look quite like it did before, but you're not sure. There's so many of them, it's all mixed up, and there's this glow in the middle.
It's like the garbage disposal machine.
Yeah, none of that ingestion for me, thank you.
Little Peggy, have you ever seen a pill like this before?
Like a bunch of Lincoln logs.
I mean, I find it odd that there's 5 of us and there's 5 of them.
Just like that disco crater. Maybe it is related.
Club 54.
Well,
I'll take one and put it in my pack.
The disco crater.
You don't go to all this unless you're protecting something.
Something
It
valuable.
looks hard to build.
But Peggy, why don't we take these our capsules together? I'll hand her a bottle of,
a bottle of what?
Yeah, well, I mean, I grabbed a bottle of wine after getting out of there. It took a few swigs.
Oh yeah, she's probably down. But...
So you guys gonna swallow these things?
I am not.
Like right now?
Does Peggy understand her immunity? Like, I know she's immune to poisons and such.
Well,
but
she's got a high tolerance. She's got a high tolerance to all pharmaceuticals.
She didn't do her own supply in the first place.
I know. I just
you don't make money that way.
I keep giving you a hard time about that.
Well, I imagine she probably had her own personal supply of whatever she preferred.
I see her like any other housewife. I shouldn't say that. I say this in jest. I say this in jest. You know, housewives of 1984, they were all on freaking diet pills. 1986, they were all on diet pills. The prescription freaking. No, I'm talking like black beauty. They call it on the street black beauties.
Did anyone sleep in the 80s? Because that would actually explain a lot.
Well, what's that for?
Cocaine was rampant.
Nasal spray.
Do what, Wicked?
Since the Second World War.
And the 4-way nasal spray. It basically contained liquid speed in it.
Like Dristan? The name brand
the brand was literally called 4-way. Yeah, like my stepmom was on it as a kid all the time. I remember she'd go through like a bottle a day.
Well, Dristan was the same way. It was addictive. I don't even know if Dristan's on the market anymore. My mom went through it all the time. Yeah, I don't think Dristan's on the market.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, well, let's see. So you guys start to see like some glowing to the south. Looks like torchlight or something. Campfires, torchlight. Oh, it's about let me hang on, let me.
Where these rivers are running to?
Donnie, why don't you climb the
maybe a mile away. Maybe a mile away across this valley to the south. Like,
can you see anything with binoculars?
Like right there.
Can I see like the top of one of the trees with binoculars?
It's all black on mine.
You want to try to climb up something to get a better... You can climb up these metal girders, Donnie.
No. Can I see the top of the trees over there?
Over where?
Like a mile away, over by where the glowing's coming from through the binoculars.
Well, there's not really... there's not really any trees here. It's a big open plain. Looks like there. I mean, there's a few small trees scattered here and there, but I mean, it's only wherever you guys are here. If this is 300 feet apart, it can't be to scale on the map.
I was gonna say, what's the scale on the hexes?
Let's see. What does the scale on the hexes? What does the 1 hex equals? Oh, wait a minute. 1 hex equals 1,000 feet. So 1 hex is a let's call it a quarter mile. Just it's a fifth of a mile.
Approximately fifth of a mile approximately.
Yeah. So it's just like
half a kilometer.
It's 1,000 feet. About 1,000 feet up here, you see, and actually you get to look at it. You just see movement, like people moving around or something.
But it was the torchlight or the light moving, like people are walking towards us with torches.
No.
Okay, so they're stationary.
And what do these people walking around look like?
Look like ants from your distance.
What about with the binoculars?
How about when I use my clairvoyance and see them dead on from a couple feet away? When I listen to them and I spy on everybody within 300 feet of the most central point there.
Okay, so read how your clairvoyance works, because I know I copied them. Okay. Let's see.
Let's focus on a point I can either see, like such as that large rock 200 miles away, and then from there I can scout out within 300 feet in any direction of that focal point.
Okay.
Focus, I can use all of my senses, largely sight, but I can also hear, smell, everything.
All right. So this is what you see.
And I have a 10-mile range on casting this.
So you see him like sit down and his eyes roll back in his head, and
what the hell has happened to Donnie?
What the
he's doing the guru thing again.
What the hell was it on that they called the in Game of Thrones that you could see through the eyes of the
Bran.
Bran was one, and there was also a Northman that could do the same thing. He could see through his
eagle. Skinwalkers?
Skinwalkers.
But we're talking about needing a better view, and he just kind of...
Was it Skinwalker?
Pulled his hand to his head.
Yeah, they were Skinwalkers. That's the people who could, possess other things.
Yeah, I thought it was called something else, though.
So you see a bunch of ramshackled shacks and a bunch of downtrodden people.
Depends on what perspective you were looking from.
And then you see some large... Donnie, you're like, what the fuck? Is that... What the... And... How long does it last? What's the duration?
10
minutes. You're looking at.
It just says 10, so I'm assuming
10 rounds. 10 would be a minute.
Rounds.
Yeah, 10 rounds would be a minute.
And I can power it up for another 5 of those.
Okay.
So I can do it for 5 minutes if I need to.
So I mean, basically you see downtrodden people cooking meals around open fires and coming in and out of these ramshackle shacks, and there are what appear to be some very large, no better way to describe it than they look like praying mantises, but they're carrying some kind of weapons.
Oh, they sound real friendly.
Oh no, Sarge clones.
He'll save us.
Unless he's been brainwashed. I mean, they do seem to be clones.
Yeah, so...
I'll keep on to see if they do anything in particular. They seem to be controlling the other people, or at least keeping an eye on, guarding them.
Oh, yeah, you see some of them walk over and, somebody comes walking by and they just kick them and, to the side. They're not treating them very nice and pointing their guns at them and shit. You can tell these people are subdued. Some of them, Donnie... As your vision fades, you're like, wait, was that? That looked like military fatigues. And some of the people look like they were in ragged old Victorian clothing. And some of the people were, dressed in medieval period clothing. And just a collection of people from all over. But just as it faded, you think you saw a couple of people that were in military fatigues. I should say, not fatigues. Let me put it this way. Military flight suit.
Sounds better. So you get way out of here.
I hope that's plain.
I will let everybody else know. I think we found the slave encampment. Although they looked more like bugs than robots.
But is there robots that are shaped like bugs?
Well,
they didn't appear to be metallic or shiny in any way, did they? They looked like a carapace.
No, they look like
appear to be humans.
They literally look like mantises, like giant praying mantises, except in their hands they were holding these, in their little praying mantis hands they had these guns.
Well, it's still fresh in my mind. I will kind of sketch out a basic.
Didn't we fight some bug people?
Floor plan for their.
Yeah, in the tower we did like floor.
Well, I think they were ants.
Yeah, Yeah, those guys were more like ant type things. Well, not man.
If there's ant people who say there's not mantis people too.
Bugs, all bugs die. Let's go. Let's liberate some slaves.
Bugs die. Let's liberate slaves is what I heard.
Yeah, I like this idea.
The only good bugs.
Yeah, it looks to be some of our own people. There were some people in flight suits. I mean, if we're gonna even follow that other boat, we gotta figure out a way to get us out of all this seaweed bullshit.
The flight suits maybe they had the plane.
Yeah, we might need some manpower too.
Let's sneak over there at night.
It's already night. That's
this
how we're
is only 1,000.
That's convenient.
Well, it's approaching night. The sun is going down.
Well, we could see torchlight, right?
Yeah, you could see the firelights. Like the sun has set, and in another 45 minutes or so, it's going to be dark.
So let's go ahead and start making our way over there. Maybe
so it's
down
getting
one
dark and they
over there.
turned on the lights. Yeah.
How about no, wait, what the hell? I was just about ready to split the party.
No, let's not split the party.
I was going to suggest we converge down 2 different riverbanks there.
I mean, we probably should try to do it as stealthily as we can, so as to get a surprise attack sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not it'll actually succeed is a whole other matter.
Yes, let's be sneaky.
Of course, these are only 1,000 feet across.
Oh, we can still play quietly as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? It's a little early, but this sounds like a great place to leave it for the week. You guys are going to try to sneak up on this place, right?
Yeah, and take the bugs by surprise.
Okay, all right. So
and
you
hopefully find some way to burn them all.
You got a plan, and rather than go into some kind of a combat encounter tonight, that it's just we can leave a little bit early and drag a bunch of people over to Finster Stream. What do you think?
And you can set up all the map for next time.
I can set up the map's really ready to go. I didn't know which. This is kind of the first part of this, from what I'm reading so far, is you're making your way south down a narrow island, so you're coming to these various points of interest, type thing. But you survived your first Gary Gygax. You get one chance to live, depending on your role.
That shit's scary.
It is, but welcome.
At least we have bennies.
Welcome to old school gaming.
We do have bennies.
You do have bennies. There are going to be some times where, I may look at it and think it is so fucking deadly that, I'm going to say you get one shot at this. I don't know. That'd have to be brutal to do that. Let's go say hi to Finster. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we're going to start a raid. 2 viewers, 3 viewers, 4 viewers, 5 viewers. The numbers are going up. I see 5 viewers. We're ready to raid. In 1 second. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next Thursday night for Savage Thursdays. I think we'll be here next Thursday night. You can find me on YouTube. All of us over there on YouTube. If you go to there. Hi, Belle. Bella Muerte. She's a lady killer, man. You're just catching us. So we're going to go raid Sven. So stick around and let's go raid Sven with us. All right, guys. Catch us next Thursday night for some more Savage Worlds for Savage Thursdays. And love you all, man. Have a good night. Take care.